on the cornerstones of what comprise recovery from addiction that we have observed from our own journey and from our own coaching with others. We were told a bill of goods from the diet industry saying, here's the plan, stay on the plan. It's the last plan you'll ever have to do. And that has really nothing to do with why we go to any addiction. We go to addiction to shut up, to close it down, to close down. Our thoughts are garbled in there. And yes, we can stick to a food plan. We can get revved up. We can go gung-ho. We can stick to a food plan. And then the things that created us going to the food to begin with come up ultimately, eventually. So how many times I've heard, I have stuck to my food plan. I used to stick to my food plan. I stuck to it for 9 months, and now I can't do it. Why can't I do it? I don't understand why I can't do it. Maybe I'm not addicted. Maybe I am addicted. And all those swirling thoughts and the way we talk to ourselves when we're in that. What I have learned from working with myself and with you, Sonia, and with people that we're coaching is that we get the opportunity to look at the things that have come up and why they have come up and how they have come up and learn how to be with ourselves, how to be compassionate with ourselves. What the heck does that even mean? It's a journey, and that's what we would like to talk about with people. Like, all have traumas, and our food addiction is a reaction to our trauma. And yeah, we may say, oh, I had a nice childhood, or I had a terrible childhood, doesn't matter. We all are reacting to things that make us go to food. And we get an opportunity to look at how to be compassionate with ourselves and love ourselves through this journey. That's what we teach. That's what we've learned ourselves. That's what we continue to learn. It's not something that now I've learned it.
It's so interesting. I was just on a conversation with someone who doesn't consider herself a food addict, but she knows that she uses food for solace. Yeah. And when we consider that, why do we need to have solace? That's what we're going with. And how scary can that be? I've been working with someone for almost a year now who is just now opening up to those underlying reasons why things were so traumatic. What was it? And it was based on the concept that we have to adjust as children. We have to adjust to the environment that we're in order to survive. So we code ourselves in someone else's shoulds in order for us to get through that childhood. I'm not suggesting everyone had a traumatic issue or that we need to dive into those traumas. What I do know is every single one of us does not come out of childhood unscathed. And when we can look at especially after we've had, say, 6 months, 9 months of peace, we found a diet that worked, right? We lost some weight. We felt the peace. When we can look at the underlying impact of that and the opening up of the emotions that happen with that, it's a sick and twisted process. If you think about it, you're releasing the one thing that has helped you get to this place right now, right here in this moment. It's helped you survive all of the SWCC, stuff we can't control. It has helped you in so many ways. And you've also berated it to the nth degree. It's the problem. That's why the diet industry has continued to flourish, because we're always looking for that one thing that's going to fix it. And if it fails, it's not their fault. It's not the diet's fault. It's ours. But what if the issue isn't the food itself? What if the issue is the underlying stuff, the emotions that bubble up for us when we're abstaining, when we're making conscious choices around our food, and we don't have something to replace it with? We don't have something to understand why we got so outsized in our emotions. We don't understand why this thing that used to be fine, I could handle it, I could handle this relationship or this circumstance. We don't understand why all of a sudden it's becoming a huge deal. And we also don't understand, oh my God, I just went to this food. Guess what? Something happened. Something happened to make you want to go to that food. That's it.
How do I change that? Because this is what I've always done. This is the way it's
Exactly.
That process. That is a process. It's a process that we have had for some beautiful, lovely, hardworking reason. We have been in the company of people who've taken that trip with us. And that's what we'd like to share. And you can't do that in 5 minutes. It's a process. And we want to teach you in this in this master class, just open up this subject, that there's ways of looking at it that maybe we haven't been looking at it in quite the right way. And how can we do it supportively for ourselves, for others? How can we do that? That's what we want to drip out for you, because it is a process. We're not going to take an hour and tell you how to recover. You're not going to be recovered in an hour. I had somebody said to me, I'm just going to quit even thinking about this. And I said, yeah, you can't quit thinking about it. It just comes back and back. So our intention is to do this together and do it with other people who are finding their way little by little, have found some secrets to it and are building and growing and learning, as you and I are. We still are. There's more. Sorry, there's more. That's not the bad news.
No, it's fascinating to me. It's actually the best news, especially when you can share these experiences in a trusted community where people understand you and are providing you with the accompaniment that you need. It's a really deep, profoundly, we've seen it, right? We've seen the reactions and the shifting. We've watched people go through this process and they're forever shifted. Baby steps, sometimes huge epiphanies, sometimes a little bit of both. And all of it is designed to be positively, supportively, hopefully healing at the same time that we're dredging up things that might be really hard for us. It's terrifying sometimes to think about how to look underneath the surface here or to expose our soft underbelly. That's terrifying. And when we're talking about these, I don't know, we call them cornerstones of recovery, you and I. When we talk about these cornerstones, which we're going to be doing over the next 3 weeks, when we talk about these cornerstones to recovery, they're vital. And hopefully you're going to hear it in the way that it's intended and that you are going to get something out of it that you wouldn't normally get in an hour. No, they're not going to heal. No, this is not a magic pill. No, this is not a one and done. No, this is not 30 days and you lose 50 pounds of belly fat. No, but this is profoundly changing and profoundly shifting. And you and I have experienced it and we've heard it from others.
And our intention is that we're going to be doing a few of these master classes with others who are on this journey, who have started this journey, or beginning the journey, who have started the journey, who've been in the journey a few years, and the difference it's made for them. So you're not alone. You're not alone. And there's new people. There'll be new people who've never heard of this, new people who have, but no, they're hopeless, blah, 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 all the things we say to ourselves to make ourselves bad or something. And we can do this together. We can do it together. We do it together. And that's what we want to share. We want to share what we've learned for us. And we've walked the walk. We walk the walk, not we have walked the walk. We walk the walk.